Alright, it's time to recap Button Turrible at Buttonwillow Raceway. It's Nick and Jeff Glenn. Now, Jeff is the man behind the curtain. He's our ops manager, he does tech at races, he does race control at races, and we felt it was time to finally put him on a recap.
Speaking of first-timers, there was a lemon steam this time with a black Thunderbird. Had a cherry popping theme.
Alright, here we go. I missed. There we go.
Our fearless sponsors, Yokohama Tire, they were signed up for this race. Normally they bring their giant rig to mount tires for free, sell tires to people, give tire advice, all of that. This time at Buttonwillow, since Buttonwillow has its own in-house tire shop, they said, you cannot mount tires for free. We want to charge people for that. So Yokohama, they came anyway, and instead of bringing the tire mounting machine, they brought a racing sim, and they brought tons of free beer, which was great. We're glad they came. Thank you, Yokohama.
This time we had a couple of Roundy-Round cars come out. Oval track race cars. Totally different rules package. We made them cut stuff out of their cages. They were happy to do that. And they did a good job on track. Not typical.
So we had a Nissan Sentra at this race. The guys on the team are part of a company that owns the rights to the Intellivision name, which was an old video game system.
That game's so old, I had an Intellivision.
You know, I had an Atari that was my dad's. So the Nissan Sentra was made up of these foam blocks that were supposed to represent the giant pixels of the 4-bit graphics of the original Intellivision. That was hella sweet.
Here's something we love to see. Old lady's car stolen out of a garage, wing bolted on the back, put on the track.
Speaking of wings, we had a hella sweet SuperBird Miata, which proves you can make a SuperBird out of anything as long as you have the ratio right. The wing height has to be 56% of the hood length, or as we like to call it, the SuperBird Ratio.
We had veteran Lemons racer Denise Mueller out on track. You may know her from going 183.9 miles an hour on a bicycle.
Yeah, and here she is, going 43.9 miles an hour in a car. This being the Central Valley, trucks are a very popular mode of transport, and in this case, a very popular mode of racing. We had 8 true trucks at this race, plus the Ramblero and the BMW camper. I think that might be the most ever.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gon' do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, so never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, 'cause we got a run to make. Boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer and Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound down, loaded up and trucking. We gon' do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
From time to time, Phil comes up with a penalty. Everybody's gonna know this reference. It turns out this was the feral boy penalty.
Buttonwillow is a track we've been going to for years, and most of the teams that come are veteran, repeat Buttonwillow racers. It's an easy layout, it's flat, there are great sight lines. There shouldn't have been any problems, but for some reason, the guys this weekend just couldn't stay on the pavement.
They couldn't stay on the pavement so much that it backed the penalty box up into the pit lane and nearly onto the track. Everybody went off.
That was butt terrible.
So, if you're watching this, you probably know about this guy named Spank. He shows up with Austin Americas, Mini Mokes, Mini Coopers, little cars, builds them at the track. This time, he came up with the theme, I've sold my soul. It was a black BMW number 666.
Yeah, and the thing was, it was such an insider joke that nobody got it. And the car ran for about 2 minutes, blew up, and Spank was back in the Mini.
Heroic Fix went to F-Bomb in their green Miata. They blew up the diff, they found it on Craigslist, it was expensive, they put it in, they blew up the head gasket, they did that, the head rocked back and forth. It was heroic.
I Got Screwed went to the Chodas. Chodas. Now, they were running great on Saturday. They were running 5th overall, dominating.
Wait. Are you reading the notes from the last time?
Nope. Same happened twice.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression.
Judge's choice went to another rookie team, Short Bus Racing. Now, these guys, they wanted to do 2 cars. They went on Craigslist. They bought the 2 cheapest cars they could find, which were Jeep Grand Cherokee, Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Now, normally when you have a 2-car team, you get 2 cars that are the same so that the parts can exchange. But these guys got 2 completely different ones.
No. Daimler, Chrysler.
Holy shit, they're mechanically identical. These guys are geniuses.
This time we had a couple of special awards. The first one was It's Not Just for Rallying award. Went to the Lancia Scorpion. According to Phil, this was their best race ever.
Yeah, 80th. Now, the second special award went to Contagious Racing and their stock automatic Iron Duke Chevy S10, which is a vehicle made famous by the film Terminator 2.
He's gaining! Step on it!
This is the vehicle's top speed.
I can get out of road faster than this!
So they got the This is the Vehicle's Top Speed award.
Step on it!
This is the vehicle's top speed.
I can get out of road faster than this!
Organizer's choice went to Westboro Fastest Church. Came out with a 1967 Opel Kadett with its stock 1100cc engine. Made a solid mid-pack finish.
Yeah, and while this team was building this car, they found a whole bunch of old crap that was on the interior. There was a bunch of grody old porno mags, and then an old registration card. They looked up the previous owner's name on the internet and discovered that he's a jailed sex offender.
You never told me your age. How old do you think this Merle Martin 2001 is exactly? No. You said he was 18.
And for the grand prize, the Index of Effluency, Rantman Park Racing showed up with a car that we've always wanted to see.
The new Alante.
Now, the history of the Cadillac Alante and Lemons actually goes back before this race. Alan Galbraith, master of the Concord Lemons, decided to make the Alante the featured mark at this year's Concord Lemons Monterey. And the Alante people were not so happy about that. He got kicked out of the Alante Facebook group, and I think the Alante Club actually has a price on his head.
And it was no different this weekend. Rantman Park Racing was on the internet, trolling around, riling up the Alante guys everywhere.
Yeah, and you know, to be fair, the Alante guys, they're passionate and defensive about their cars.
Whoa, did you see this? There's a Chrysler TC by Maserati signed up for Ginger Man.
Sure, those guys aren't going to be pissed off.
And here's Lemons in a Nutshell.
Oh, glory.
Oh man, it's all got wreck.
Oh, Texas tea. Black gold. We're rich.
The only way to travel is Cadillac style.
Alante by Cadillac.
An uncompromising experience of automotive refinement in an ultra-luxury roadster.
Let's go, let's live, let's love every mile. The only way to travel is Cadillac style.
Come on, Matt. Don't be looking on my skirt. Come on, Matt. I don't know that's officially called a skirt. The sheep dress, perhaps. Ah! They stole us from Mars. This is better this way. Just to be. I got you.
Boys all thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we'll bring it back no matter what it takes. So, what kind of engine is this?
I don't fucking know.